can't wait to add some of these to the outtakes. What are you doing, Isabel? Hi. Let's try that again, 'cause that was a fail. Say hi, Nick. Thumbnail. Hi everyone, it's Brittany here from Green Bee Flowers in Strathroy, Ontario, Canada. Today I wanted to take you along because we are going to talk all about peonies. So I am out here today in our brand new peony patch that we put in the fall, so back in the end of October. We have about 75 peonies in this patch here. You can see there's a couple rows behind me with some good foliage. So these were splits that we got from another farmer. So we actually have no idea what is going to bloom in this patch, and we probably won't find out for at least another year. The thing with peonies is that they take a couple years to establish. So if you're going to start growing peonies for cutting, you need to be able to invest about 3 years of growth time in before you get to a place where you can actually harvest the peonies for blooms. So you can see here behind me, this one here, it has a bud at the top, but this probably won't bloom for us. This year we are just allowing that plant to grow and to put energy into the root here in the ground, so that next year it'll spike up more eyes, which will produce more branches and hopefully produce some extra blooms. Now over here behind me you can see that we have some peonies which have actually been establishing for a couple years. These are also splits that we took from another bush. We planted these in about 2 years ago, so they are now on their 3rd year with blooms, and you can see that there's just so many more blooms. So we have one here that's that really gorgeous kind of magenta purple color, and then this one over here is going to be producing some blush flowers. I'm going to teach you today as well, for the home gardener, how to harvest your peonies, so you are going to be able to preserve these and enjoy these in your home for much longer than the fully open stage when you would normally think to harvest your flowers. You sit. Mwah. Go, girl. Oh, hello, and it's Theo. And it's Theodore. Hi. Hello, puppies. So now, behind me here, we have actually a really well-established peony plant. This one has been growing in this yard here for 6 years, which is basically as long as we've been living in this home. So I want to show you kind of the difference between the types of buds that we would harvest versus the ones that we are going to leave on for a couple of days, just so that they have a little bit more time to ripen up. So the key with peonies is that you actually want to harvest them when they are at the marshmallow stage. So the marshmallow stage is when you can press it and it essentially feels like a marshmallow. You don't want to harvest them when they feel like a marble. So if you push on it and it's still hard, like this, it's not yet ready for you to cut. So for the best vase life, you want to harvest it when it is at that marshmallow stage, so that it is just squishy enough that you can feel that that will open, but not so hard that it still feels like a marble. So when you harvest your peonies, you want a good stem length on them. Peonies tend to get really heavy. You want to make sure that they are really well supported. So you're actually going to come in, you're going to push all the way down. I usually give myself about 2 to 3 leaves. When you come in, you're going to harvest it just like that. So now you can see that that peony is at the perfect stage. So when you put it in your cooler, you'll be able to use this for your flower arrangements, or you can put this on your table and you should be able to enjoy it for about 2 weeks. This one feels like it's at the marshmallow stage, softer than a marble. So we are going to go ahead and cut that down. I typically take the foliage off as I go. There we go, our first peony harvest of 2021. Now, a question we get a lot about peonies, especially first-time gardeners, is they get really freaked out when they see ants crawling all over on the top of their peony. So we have like a bud here. It's got lots of ants actually underneath. Ants work to eat the sugar off of the peony bud, and once that sugar is gone, that helps the peony to open. So this is actually nature doing what nature should, and you just have to let the ants do their job. So now let's chat quickly about how we are going to process our peonies so that you will get the best life out of them. So the thing with peonies, like any other flowers, you want to make sure that all of the bottom foliage is off that stem. So when you go through, I typically do this when I'm in the garden, but you're just going to take your snips, you're going to pull off those bottom foliage. The top can stay on. Some people like to use that for decorative purposes. If you're using these in like a wedding arrangement, you're probably going to want to take all of the foliage off. And then once you are done, if you're cooling these down, you need to let them sit in your cooler first for at least 12 hours before you use them. You're going to give them a nice fresh cut. Make sure you're cutting on an angle. And then you are just going to make sure that they are submerged in fresh, clean water. So you can see these peonies, these are the ones that we harvested from the garden today. These peonies that you see here, these ones actually came from Niagara, Ontario. These are greenhouse peonies. So these here were harvested, I'm going to say, at least a week ago. So they've had more time to just open up. These ones I'm using for bouquets and arrangements this week. These pink ones, we're going to allow them a couple days in the cooler to acclimate, and then these ones are going to be going out to our CSA flower subscribers here through the Green Bee. So that is how we do peonies. As they open them up in bouquets and arrangements, you can see that that peony here is going to get really big, so you're going to be able to enjoy it on your table for up to 2 weeks. Make sure you're changing the water every day on your flowers, and enjoy. So that's it for me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed learning all about harvesting peonies for the home gardener. Enjoy your peonies for up to 2 weeks on your tables, or give them to your family and friends. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Brittany for the Green Bee Flower Company. We'll see you next time. Marshmallow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to...
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. They're just barking. Hey, bud. Are you gonna say hi to the people? Can you sit pretty? No.